Welcome back to another episode of Carson's Aquatics. Today is going to be a pretty chill video. I thought I'd just pick up the camera and start filming. That's something I haven't really done in a while. And I don't know exactly what all we're going to be doing in this video. I do know I'm going to give you guys some updates on some things down here in the fish room. Some things you guys haven't really seen in a while. I'm also going to take you guys out to the pond, which you guys haven't seen in quite a bit actually. Then other than that, we'll also feed a few things down here in the fish room. We're probably going to head over to a fish store and more than likely impulse buy some things. That's just how it goes sometimes. But overall, it should be a pretty fun day, and we are going to start by taking a look at Ike the pike cichlid. There he is right down there. And I've been meaning to redo this 75-gallon tank. You can see right there I have a real nice piece of driftwood that's going to go in there. Then we'll also throw some more rocks and gravel and stuff in there. I've been meaning to remodel this for a while. We're going to finally get to it really soon here. But right now we are going to go ahead and feed Ike. And you can see he knows what that means. He's coming right up to the top. Look, there he is. Let's see if he'll bite me. No, that's a good boy right there. He knows what's food and what isn't. And he's waiting down there. He's watching. So we're going to go ahead and dump those in. And there it is. That is one aggressive fish right there. And I think I want to do some like live feedings with Ike here pretty soon. Like drop in some crickets or some worms for him. Because I mean, he attacks these pellets. Just look at that. So I think it'll be cool to see him like chase down some feeder guppies or just hammer some crickets on the surface. Let me know if that's something you guys want to see. But now moving on, if you guys take a look right down here, you'll see the 20-gallon tank that we set up a couple videos ago for our redhead cichlid right there, and our albino red Oscar and our Texas cichlid back there. And these guys are all just doing great in here. You can see the water is looking awesome. They've been getting along fine. I know Ozzy definitely runs this tank. Like, he doesn't mess with anyone, but whenever they get a little too close, he'll kind of like intimidate them like that. Nothing serious though at all. But we will go ahead and feed these guys right now, and you can see them all munching away right there. They've been eating great. I try to feed them twice a day just so we can get them to grow really quick, and I don't really notice any growth yet, but they definitely look good. Like the redhead cichlid and the Texas cichlid, they're both like looking pretty colorful. You can see the Texas cichlid right back there looking nice. And my initial plan for them was to grow them out in this 20-gallon and then move them into the 125, and they are still going to end up going in the 125, but I think before they go in there, I'm actually going to move them to the 55, and I'll move those community fish to somewhere else. I've got everything planned out up here. It's just a matter of when I decide to go through with it. But yeah, I think we're going to be relocating the community fish, putting those 3 cichlids into the 55. That way they'll have their own space. They'll be a lot more happier in there until they're finally ready to go into the 125. One last thing before we head out and take a look at the pond, I do want to update you guys on the baby cichlids. And you can see they're all just growing up. I mean, a couple of those guys are getting pretty big now. You can just see them compared to the whole tank. Like this guy right here is getting big. This guy here in the middle. And let's actually do a head count real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, that's what I thought. A couple months ago, there were 14 of them in here. So we lost 3, but it is just survival of the fittest. The weaker ones die out. There were like 3 super small ones, and then all the rest of them were outgrowing them. So that's just how it happens. The strongest ones survive and the weak ones die out. But it seems here that we have 11 very strong convict hybrid cichlids. That's what I'll call them because they are a hybrid between my convict and blood parrot, but they look like convict cichlids, I won't lie. I mean, they just look like full-on convict cichlids. Yeah, look at this guy right here. He's the biggest one out of all of them. It has been awesome seeing these guys grow up. I literally saw them the day they were born in that 75-gallon tank, and I've grown them up all the way to this point. So that's pretty much all I've got to show you guys down here in the fish room. Everything I didn't mention is just doing exactly how it was before. Like the frogs, Pluto, the American cichlids, the community tank, the turtles, they're all doing exactly the same, which is great, by the way. Nothing wrong, but nothing new with them. But now, like I said, I do want to take you guys out to the pond and just kind of show you what's going on out there. So here we are out at the front yard pond, and you can see all of our fish right down there. We've got our butterfly koi right there, our fancy goldfish right there. That was my buddy Miles's. Then one of our regular comets just went right down there. And then you may notice that white one. That all white goldfish literally used to be completely orange. I'll have the video thumbnail of when I got him. That is the same goldfish. He just slowly started turning white. Like at first he got a couple white patches on his body. Then he slowly just started becoming more and more white. And at this point he is pretty much completely white, which is just crazy to me, honestly. Like, I don't know why that happened. I'm assuming it's good, but I don't know. That's just kind of wild. And then there was one more of those regular comets in here, one of the all orange ones, and he did pass away. I think he had some kind of swim bladder issue because one night when I came out here to feed him, he was kind of swimming a little sideways. Then when I came out here the next morning, he was dead. So that's unfortunate and kind of random because all the other fish are doing just great. It might be hard to tell on camera, but that butterfly koi is definitely getting a lot bigger. I mean, he is looking really really big now. And I'm sure it's because of how much I've been feeding these guys. I do feed them at least once a day. I usually go for twice a day, sometimes even 3 times a day. You can see them eat right down there. All of them just munching away. And that butterfly koi is definitely my favorite in this pond. He is just beautiful with those long fins. It almost makes me want to go get another butterfly koi. In fact, that might just be what we do today. We might just go get another butterfly koi because I've been wanting one for a while. So I think we're at least definitely going to go take a look. But yeah, pond is just doing great. You can see the water is absolutely crystal clear. Oh, and these plants, I want to talk about this for a sec. Quite a while ago, I got some aquatic plants for this pond. I got that weird looking one right there. And then I got 3 water hyacinth plants, which are those taller ones. And then 3 water lettuce plants, which are those like shorter ones. And I had them all in the mini pond and they like didn't even take up half of this thing. And they just took over the mini pond. They got to the point where they couldn't even all be held in the mini pond. A bunch of the plants fell down the waterfall into the actual pond. And you can see there are just so many of them now. Got some more water lettuce over there stuck in that dwarf papyrus is what it was called. So yeah, the plant's just doing amazing in this pond. And yeah, just one more look at that white goldfish. Again, that is just crazy that that happened. If I have any like fish experts in the comments, let me know why that is. Why did he turn white? Literally, he was completely orange. Okay, but anyway, I think now we are gonna head over to the fish store. We're gonna go to one fish store first, take a look around, see what they have. And then we're gonna head over to another one, which I know has butterfly koi, which is kind of what I want to get today. So with all that being said, I'll see you at the fish store. Alright guys, well I just got done inside of that first fish store and I didn't really see any fish that really interested me or anything I could like really get right now. But they did have a bunch of live plants, more live plants than I've ever seen them have. And it seemed like a pretty good deal. These were like $3 or $4 each and they're pretty big, pretty nice. So I did get 3 of them and I'm not sure what tank we're gonna put them in yet. I know eventually whenever I do my big turtle tank setup, I wanna have all live plants in there, like a ton of live plants. So these might end up going into the turtle tank when we set it up. But now we are gonna head over to another fish store which I know has butterfly koi and maybe they'll also have something else pretty cool we can get, but either way I'll see you there. Alright guys, so we just got done inside of that second fish store and I also just went ahead and drove back home. I was in there for a while. I was talking to one of the workers about like possibly setting up my saltwater tank, everything I would have to do. Just kind of scouting some stuff out. And then the only butterfly koi they had were absolutely huge and like $200. So I ended up getting a normal koi and it is like a medium size. He's probably a little bit smaller than my butterfly koi, but he has some awesome colors. Just look at this guy. He's like white with black and orange and yellow spots on him. Just awesome colors on this guy. So we're gonna run right over to the pond and put him in there to start acclimating. And there we go. I cannot wait to see that new koi in the pond. So we are gonna give him about 20-25 minutes to acclimate and then we can put him in here. Alrighty guys, well it has been closer to 30 minutes now, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab our koi with this stick and we're gonna get him out of this bag and into the pond. There he goes. Oh, looks like he's heading over to meet the other ones. They're all kind of checking each other out. Look at that. Awesome. He looks great in there. Alrighty guys, so we are back here in the fish room because I still need to put these live plants into a tank. And I think the tank I'm going to put them in for now is actually the 20-gallon holding tank for the cichlids. Got our first one right here. And we're just going to put these in to float and kind of like see where they end up. And yeah, again, we're just putting these in this tank temporarily. Eventually, we're going to use those plants in our turtle tank whenever we set it up right there. And then also, whenever we set up that tank, we'll probably go get more live plants. I mean, we'll definitely go get more because that's not going to be enough. But yeah, we're just going to let them stay in there, maybe grow a little bit. Then here very soon we are going to be setting up that turtle tank. And I'm telling you guys right now, that turtle tank is going to be insane. I've been planning it out the past couple days and I cannot wait to get started. It literally might end up being the coolest turtle tank on YouTube. So be sure to stay tuned for that. It's coming soon. And that is pretty much going to wrap up this video, and today's comment of the day goes out to... And if you want your comment to be the comment of the day in the next video, all you got to do is drop a comment down below, and that could happen. And if you liked this video, be sure to hit that like button, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button, turn on post notifications, and I'm going to see you in the next video.